Do you also struggle to focus? Have you ever sat down to work, then suddenly found yourself scrolling your phone? Have you ever started something important, but your mind drifted to 100 other things? You're not lazy. You're not broken. You just don't know the power of true focus yet. Let me tell you a story. A story from long ago. A story about a boy named Marco and how a single flame changed his life. In a quiet village between the mountains, there lived a teenage boy named Marco. He was smart. He was curious. But his biggest problem, he couldn't focus on anything. One day he would try farming. Next day he would want to be a writer. Then he'd spend hours chasing birds in the forest, doing nothing. Everyone in the village said the same thing. This boy has fire inside him, but no direction. One evening, frustrated and tired, Marco sat beside his wise old grandfather and said, "Why can't I stay focused, Daji? Why do I keep jumping from one thing to another?" The grandfather smiled. "Because your mind is like a wild horse. It needs training. If you really want to learn focus, go find the sadhu who lives deep in the forest. People call him the Flame Master. But remember, he doesn't give advice for free. He gives challenges." Next morning, Marco set off on a dusty path into the jungle. After hours of walking, he finally found the sadhu, a thin, calm old man sitting in front of a cave surrounded by silence. His eyes were closed, but Marco felt like those eyes were looking straight into his soul. "What do you want, child?" the Sadhu Baba asked without opening his eyes. "I want to learn how to focus," Marco said. "I start many things, but I finish none." The Sadhu Baba opened his eyes slowly. "Then take this," he said, handing Marco a small clay lamp with a tiny flame inside. "You must climb the hill, reach the old temple at the top, and return without letting this flame die. If it goes out, you must start again." Marco laughed nervously. "That's it." The Sadhu Baba said just one thing. "The test is simple, but your mind is not." Marco started the journey with excitement, but very quickly the wind blew hard, leaves rustled, birds screamed, his hands shook. The flame flickered dangerously whenever he looked too far ahead. The flame almost went out when he thought about his failures. The flame almost died slowly, he learned. If I think about everything, I lose everything. But if I think about only this flame, I stay on the path. Time passed. His legs hurt. Sweat poured down his face. But something amazing happened. His mind started to go quiet. No thoughts of the village, no dreams, no doubts. Only this moment, this step, this flame. Hours later, he reached the top. The temple stood tall, broken, ancient, but the flame still alive. But Marco wasn't done yet. Now he had to come back the same way. The jungle was darker now. The path was steeper going down. At one point, he slipped and almost lost everything. Another time, he heard a tiger's roar in the distance. Fear crept in. What if I die? What if I drop the lamp? But he kept repeating in his heart, just protect the flame, one step at a time. When he finally reached the sadhu's cave again, the flame was still alive. Marco collapsed to the ground exhausted, but glowing from inside, the Sadhu Baba nodded slowly. "Now you are ready to learn." Marco sat up. "Tell me, what did this teach me?" The Sadhu Baba said, "The flame is your focus. The jungle is the world. The wind, the fear, the noise are your distractions, and the path is your life." He leaned forward and whispered, "The world will always try to steal your attention. Your own mind will pull you in 1,000 directions, but success, peace, greatness, they only come to those who protect their flame no matter what." When Marco returned to his village, everything looked the same. But he was not. He didn't try 10 things anymore. He picked one goal. He woke up early, worked in silence, and focused like a warrior. Years later, Marco became a respected teacher, a writer, and a guide for others. People asked him, "What's your secret?" He would just smile and say, "I don't do 10 things. I do one thing at a time." With full fire, because I once carried a flame through the storm and I never let it die. Light bulb. Moral of the story: we all have a flame inside us, our dreams, our energy, our focus. But the world is full of winds trying to blow it out. Protect your focus like fire, because if your focus dies, your dreams die too.